Down two. All right, one.
Hey folks, Homer Barra back here once again at the BioWare booth. Well, really the whole setup at the Gaslamp Hilton, and I'm with Corey Butler, the producer on Star Wars: The Old Republic. How's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Now you've been cooped up in this room in nice, pleasant, air-conditioned space for people to come in and actually get their hands on with Star Wars: The Old Republic. Let's talk about what you guys are showing off at the con this year.
Sure. Here in the Hilton, we're doing PvP. Okay. So we're doing the Alderaan Warzone. Basically, it's an objective-based war zone where each faction battles over some turrets, and they'll turn them to attack the enemy spaceships in orbit, and then the first ship to get destroyed, the other team wins.
All right. Well, sounds pretty simple enough, right?
Oh, it's a blast. It is. It's fun and easy. And then across the street in the show floor, we're doing Origin Worlds, and then later tonight we're going to be showing some of the flashpoints off here at the Hilton.
Awesome. So, obviously the Star Wars universe, huge. There's a plethora of things that you guys can exploit. Let's talk about what range that the whole game is going to cover in terms of the Star Wars universe.
Sure. Our game takes place 3,000 years prior to the films, prior to the rise of Darth Vader, and it's about 300 years after the events of the original Knights of the Old Republic game. And within that, our storyline is pretty massive. I think, recently we've talked about it contains around 60 novels worth of content.
Wow, that is quite a breadth of Star Wars that you're going to be tackling. So let's talk about some of the classes that people are playing in right now, some of the characters and some of the weapons.
Sure. With this, we went ahead and gave advanced classes to all of our players. So there's 8 classes, of course, and then each class has a couple of disciplines they can specialize in. And for example, the Sith Warrior can be a Juggernaut or a Marauder. The Jedi Consular can go with the Sage or a Shadow route. So a Shadow is going to do more melee damage. It's going to do a lot of stealthy stuff. A Sage is going to do more force powers, and it's going to do some healing.
Oh, cool.
And with the Shadow, you're going to have the pole saber, the double-bladed lightsaber, and then the Sage is going to have a single saber.
Cool. Well, we were just outside right before we dipped in here to take a look at the game a little more specific. We noticed that the little stand up there's got a little veil on. Is there a special unveiling that's going to take place here?
There may be a character from the game that's under that sheet, and we're going to pull that off later and show it off.
And for folks who are here at the show, when is that going to go down?
Actually, I don't know. I think it's going to be around the panel time, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about panels a little bit. Are you going to be talking on the panel for the Old Republic, or is
with the panel this time we're going to have Rich Vogel, Dallas Dickinson, and James Olin.
Okay, cool. And do you know that's happening?
I believe it's 3:30, 3:34.
3:30 today.
Yes.
All right, cool. So Corey, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you bet.
And remind folks at home when the game's coming out and for what platforms.
This year and PC.
PC. All right. So if you got a beefed up PC, check out Star Wars: The Old Republic. And thanks again for joining us, Corey. And enjoy the rest of your con.
You bet. You too. Thanks.
All right. So that was your look at the whole BioWare setup here at the Gaslamp Hilton, and on with the rest of the show.